in New York, and it looks terrible outside as there's clouds and there's no sun peeping through, but at least we get the nice, brilliant game of these two teams together.
Absolutely, yes. There's some exciting stuff hopefully going to be kicking off in this game between OG and Na'Vi, and it's already starting here. Seb, he's walked up into a trap. Na'Vi, they're waiting there on the high ground, and Seb, he loses his life. As Na'Vi, they'll get first blood for Roger off the back of that.
And hopefully my mic does not explode and burst anyone's ears out every time I get excited when someone walks into a high ground and dies.
So far, all good. You haven't blown my ears off yet.
Just yet. Nice setup there from
always
Na'Vi.
later.
Yeah. I like how they did this immediately. You see the wards from Na'Vi, so they're trying to protect the mid and that bottom side just because it's this Mirana that we've seen from Soxley. Although I do agree with what Kyo was saying, how I think it's going to be more of a laning Mirana. This covers the rotations if there are any, as No Tail
He's
also
trying to
the
battle
gun.
me. I mean, Roger, he's going to run this down and probably drop another stun on it if he wants to.
He's too tanky.
All right, he'll let him be. No Tail's going to be able to walk off. But all kicking off already around these rune spawns. Now, as we do see, at the end of it all, OG will manage to claim 3 of the bounty runes to start this one off. But yeah, let's talk about the drafts. I mean, what would you sort of make of what we've got coming out this game?
I feel like OG really doubled down on just having lane dominance and lane prowess, while I feel like Na'Vi, they just drafted themselves a nice, well-rounded lineup. I feel like they have great team fight and everything in between. I see a couple things lacking about some damage inside the team fights if they don't get off the ball, if they don't get started nicely. But yeah, I like Navi's overall draft. I think OG's going to smash the lanes, though. Really like this bottom matchup. I think V2's going to struggle.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
We'll see how much of a game, because this is the thing as well for Na'Vi's heroes. I mean, I guess same to be said for both, but for Na'Vi, they're definitely on heroes that I feel that we have been seeing them win with, right? You look to things, the Iceberg mid Doom, which has pretty much become sort of the signature mid pick for this Na'Vi squad. They love it, they'll pretty much go for it every time that they can get it. V-Tune's lifesteal as well has been sort of a lifestealer player that has won games that haven't looked very lifestealer favored. Bottom lane though, does continue to get harder.
Yeah, I was going to say it's such a hard game to actually play lifestealer, and I think this Tusk pick actually just ruins the hero overall. And you're playing versus Void. It's a hard game for V-Tune, and I think it's going to just start out being extremely difficult for him. But mid, I think Thompson is going to... I mean, I don't think he's going to struggle so much, but he can't actually slow down Iceberg at all.
No, Iceberg's going to almost certainly be at the top of the net worth and continue to go. Considering if there's not a lot of rotations coming in to slow him down early, yeah, Iceberg's farm is going to be impressive as always. You would imagine, as this Riki alone in the mid is not going to do anything crazy against him in the laning stage.
Yeah, but that being said too, is that Iceberg, he can't really slow down Thompson, so Thompson's going to have this kind of free farming thing, and I see some squishy heroes. I also see Smokescreen being extremely valuable. You're playing versus Lifestealer. Lifestealer, Lina Disruptor, these 3 heroes are going to be the main focus of Thompson throughout the game.
And to be fair, that is also one of the ways I feel that we have seen the Na'Vi Iceberg mid Doom get beaten. It's when you do have this mid laner that's going to be active around the map, making those aggressive movements at a time where Iceberg, he's still going to be focused about sitting on this mid lane and eating on the neutral creeps without any sort of ability to turn up yet with the phase drums and turn those ganks around.
Yeah, and his are pretty, obvious. It's like, for the majority of the game, Iceberg's just going to have to walk in and get these Dooms off. And they have a lot of different ways, I feel like, on OG to play around it. They have the time walks if they're, if they're in the right positions. They have the instant jump from the Riki. They have snowball. Lots of different ways to save people too. As bottom again.
Whoa.
Meanwhile, top also is happening.
Both sides actually getting gone on here. As always, want to fly goes down. Another time on the bottom. Top lane, they did try and move in with the bashes. Unable to step away in time. Maybe we're not able to quite finish off a kill. Still though, this bottom lane, 2 kills already on the off-lane Tusk from Seb. It's off to a very, very good start for them. V-Tune having to use that rage to just sort of fight back against the tag team. Pressure is on. Still managing to farm though, V-Tune.
Yeah.
We're pretty much seeing it's only Seb that's a few CS behind, but he'll take that because of the kills that he's found. Overall, elsewhere, everybody's getting farmed. Nobody's getting totally bullied out this laning stage. Top lane though, mid one, he's gone for a bit of a walk in the jungle. Trying to chase down Roger. Will not turn his way back towards the lane, but took quite a little bit of a walk there.
Yeah, that was a little bit of an interesting positioning there for sure. Bottom, we're actually seeing the Rage counteracting the tag team every single time. Pretty much the same cooldown on both.
Oh, and a courier.
Oh, look at that. Nice.
A little bit more money for V-Tune and the team.
Yeah, Na'Vi actually coming out very good in these lanes. V-Tune again, Rage as soon as tag team is popped, and he just turns and hits Seb.
He's playing it smart, V2. As I said, like his life stealer, you can tell. I don't know how many games he's got in it, but it's a hell of a lot. Over
Nice
by the
play
root
by
spot.
Topson. He blink strikes and then uses the tricks of trade to just get right in front of Iceberg for a second there and take the DD rune from him. I thought Iceberg was going to get it.
A lot of damage here to Iceberg. Iceberg will make it away as he has boots, and alas, Topson does not right now. But still, Iceberg forced out of the lane. Topson is going to be able to have full control here of this mid.
And it's, you know, it's that big level 6 that kicks in where I've been hearing a lot of like the pro players talk about how you just can't last hit versus Riki. As soon as Riki hits 6, you know, you get the agi bonus and everything, the damage. So you actually can't last hit as most of these mid laners as Iceberg. He steps up.
He's going to have to kill it. Iceberg.
And he gets the courier.
He does. Can he get the kill, though? Iceberg's trying with the Jukes, the Scorched Earth, and the South is there. In fact, Topson, he's going to go down. Iceberg just able to turn it. As Topson, I mean, he felt it. I think we all did. It looked like Topson was going to get away with that, but Iceberg kept it cool. But he pops the Fairy Fire, and suddenly goodbye Topson.
Smack. And now he's all the way up to level 6 and
bottom lane.
And also bottom does die. Uh-oh.
Na'Vi. Big kills here for both of their cores. The mid lane matchup. Oh, Iceberg taking the solo kill. I think the big thing as well was that you don't expect that to happen for a Doom, especially when he hasn't got the 6. Now he's got the 6. Now he's got the Doom to drop. So Topson's got to be even more careful.
Yeah, you're very given now. There's Doom who's maxing Devour and increased farming kind of like mechanic because of that too.
Yeah, big stuff there from both of the cores here on Na'Vi. As V2, yeah, continuing to just play it really cool against this pressure. As you said, this lane could be a lane where the Lifestealer would struggle, but he's not struggling at all. This Lifestealer's farming as good as he'd hoped for.
He's farming way better than the Void is. Void's actually getting pressured quite a lot more from this Lina and this Mars combo, mid one. Not getting that secured farm that he'd like.
Just having to play careful around the 2 stunts. Time Walk's just not always going to be that solid of a save.
And look at Iceberg.
Oh, he's on the way up. And he's got an Invis. This is going to be huge. Invis Doom ready to strike.
There's a scan though, they know.
No-Tail ain't the big target. They want mid one. I mean, does he know though? Mid one.
The scan clipped him, so they should be aware of this positioning.
Okay.
They're going to just back up.
Yeah. He's out of there. Very, very important that they play it careful here. Would have been huge for Iceberg if he was able to just make that move and slam down a Doom onto mid one.
He's still chilling up here.
It's only a few
Might just be
seconds left
satisfied
in
with
the
no tail.
Yeah,
not using Doom though. Just
they don't
right
need
clicks.
to. They're going to have to burst it by the looks of it, as no tail will fall. Not the sort of the top kill they wanted, but it's still a kill nonetheless. And I mean, I said, you know, Iceberg, you know, the two of them, Topson would be making moves more than Iceberg. That's not the case. Iceberg already getting that active, you know, seeing those chances to do so with the runes. Now he's got the phase drums. 7 minutes in for.
Oh my god. And he's got the Alpha Wolf creep too, so him moving to lane now, this Alpha Wolf aura, everyone's damage is just bumped up so much too.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Yeah, wow.
And I mean, you said, you know, CSing against the level 6 Cloak and Dagger. Yeah, the phase drums and the Alpha Wolf, he doesn't care about that.
Sure doesn't.
Good luck stepping up to the wave, Topson. Otherwise, you know, Iceberg's going to come up with a huge hits. And again, we're seeing already, you know, this is just something that Na'Vi is so comfortable with. It's top lane. No tail. It's going to get clipped over towards the tree here. The mid one dropping the chrono. He's going to need a couple of bashes. There's one. He needs another. He's not going to get it. Mid one can't finish off the kill. Light Strike rate is off the mark, though. Spear's up in a second, but mid one, he's away. I mean, he's got to be a little careful still hanging around. As Roger in general, they're still hunting.
He still has cooldown.
Mid-one's going to keep running. No-Tail turning with a Fire Blast to stop Roger from getting in range with the Light Strike Ray onto mid-one. Mid-one actually stepping back forward. He's stepping back into this. Whoa, he's jumping around. He's trying to dance with them. Here's the backup from Seb. He's over. Snowball in onto Roger over General. They're looking for this Lina kill. Roger's got a Light Strike Ray in a few seconds. Spear back onto mid-one, but Roger will still fall. Seb able to take him down with the tag team hits. Still, though, that's you know, so a lot of resources OG's having to pull top, and Chrono used and not actually initially getting a kill with that Chrono.
Jungle, these two, Saxa setting up some aggressive wards here. He does get Topson involved too to get a kill. Seb is lingering around mid, but Seb is not level 6 yet. But they might be able to kill Iceberg. These body blocks Topson.
A little bit of extra time bought there, but is it enough? He's very speedy with these phase drums. Straight away, he's out of there. No chance the arrow connecting as he gets himself on the other side of the creeps. Top lane, no tail. Push back towards the tower. Mid one's got to be careful. Jump away again. Each time, Roger and General stepping over, looking for action. General just about to hit the 6. And
You can
then
see that
this top
OG's
lane becomes very, very, very scary place for any of OG to turn up to.
Yeah, and you can see that because of all this, like OG, they're having to do like these bandages. They have to fix things. These lanes went disastrous. Bottom is now ditched. Vtoon gets a free lane for himself, and they're just looking to make pressure plays. They're actually not playing anyone in the lanes at the moment.
They just really want to slow down Iceberg. They know that this guy's going to be a problem. They're in onto him, but
So
Seb, he's just
strong,
diving
though.
the tower. I mean, is that ever going to work? Rolling in onto a level 9 Doom with phase drums underneath the tower, I don't think it is fogged. It certainly didn't there. Seb's dead, and he's still level 5.
And Saksa, he's being chased around in circles. He actually does a very nice leap to get away. Having these wards down, he has all the vision in the world to play around. Always want to fly. Probably going to get some D wards here, though.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
I mean, that just seemed like some... Ooh, mid lane Thompson. He's able to snipe the courier of General. But yeah, moves
awkward.
Yeah, moves like that. I mean, it's why are those sort of moves being made? I mean, now mid lane, Navi's able to come in full force. They're taking this tier 1 tower down to 10 minutes in. Saxa will be able to jump forward, snipe that haste rune away from General. But Na'Vi doing the damage here, getting these early objectives. Iceberg and Vtoon, top of the charts right now in net worth, and only going to continue to be that way, as I said. With Iceberg's Doom, he'll get to the top. He's going to stay there. This BKB, it's going to be out in the next few minutes.
Yeah, and there's an armlet on Vtoon as well. They have a huge power spike here. I feel like that's why OG is doing these type of what seems like a very silly move. Like I feel like they're feeling a little desperate after how those lanes went. This Doom, he's gonna get to a point where he's unkillable. He's gonna have BKB sub 15 minutes. And this Lifestealer is also incredibly strong. And they can also use this Infest a lot of the times too defensively. And right now I'm seeing OG with a very big lack of damage in their lineup. And the panel did talk about how inside of Chrono, there isn't the damage either there for OG.
Where we go, they found always want to fly. Shards out, trap him in. Thompson's able to take him out with the tricks of the trade. Yeah, I think sort of the next timing that OG's going to be working towards is that defusal on the Riki, right? Once that is there for Thompson, he's going to be able to make these moves and start to threaten some of these cores, catching them in the smoke stream with the slow.
Maybe with numbers, they can try something still
Here we
here.
go.
They can outnumber easily with arrows.
Let's see what sort of opportunity they can find. General, Arena down, able to push Thompson over to the side. Roger actually turning with a burst. Thompson getting low, but he jumps in. General pushes him out. Thompson's going to go down. The Chrono is there, but there's no damage. It's a Chrono for nothing, as now OG's got to turn and run. As they've lost Thompson, all they got was Roger. Seb, he's found in the trees. He's trapped in here as they surround him, burst him down with the Infest. It's a second core kill for Na'Vi. And now Na'Vi's in position to push onto the tower.
No-tail.
Always he's got Glimpse up. The controls there from the Disruptor. Always want to fly. Brings back No-tail into the hands of Iceberg in general. It's a third kill. Na'Vi, they are starting to steamroll over OG here as we're just 12 minutes in and they're taking another tier 1 tower.
And they bring the numbers so quickly, too. They see that OG's starting to bring these vast amount of numbers out, like just completely outnumbering them. They just bring everybody up there, and we're seeing the effect of the lanes really kick in. Thompson can't even kill Roger. Roger just turns and starts fighting him. This gold disparity, only 3K, but it's really starting to show. The damage on OG is just not there at all. It's going to take a hell of a long time for them to even have that, too, with these incredibly tanky frontliners of Na'Vi.
See down bottom, mid one is able to find the space to take a tier 1 for themselves.
He needs it. They're going to need some big damage to crush through those frontliners. Lifestealer, Mars, Doom, these three are not squishy boys. And like we said, I feel like OG, really lacking damage. So going to have to wait for the defusal. And they're going to lose heroes while trying to farm this defusal.
Sax having to use all those leaps to get out of range of the Glimpse. We'll be able to do so. Thompson sweeping over with the smoke. Maybe seeing if you can find Always Want to Fly. He has been able to do so a few times. It's kind of the easiest kill. He'll take the courier down.
That's quite a lot of couriers so far, actually. The gold will start to add up from those.
Let's continue to sweep the map, but we'll still yet to have his defusal. Just a poke onto General. General got the dust. Maybe seeing if he can get the arena, and he can. He's going to turn. Thompson's over to the side, but Iceberg's there waiting. The Doom is down. Thompson, he's going to fall here. There's no chance for a deny at all by the looks of it as the final burst comes out from Roger. Thompson, I mean, he just keeps trying to poke at them as the Riki, whilst he's not finished the defusal. And it's leading him into these situations where Na'Vi, they're just turning and killing him.
He poked the bear. The bear was prepared with the dust. Quick, easy kill. He's just trying to make space for mid one to try to get some farm. I think they're feeling very, very worried on the side of OG. When I see those type of moves from Thompson, and you see Na'Vi, they're prepared for it. All these sentries placed in the area, they know that you know, Thompson's going to play
Look
this
at this.
even if he's not
They're
Ricky.
hunting for mid one. Are they able to find him? Just want to fly. Not got the
vision.
vision quite yet. Into the trees he steps. Is he going to hunt for him, always want to fly? No, he's starting to back away. They know that TP reaction's coming in from OG in mid one. He has got the chrono good to go. So Na'Vi on the retreat. There's the quick glimpse. Mid one. Oh, whoa. Okay, interesting decision. I mean, it will get them the kill.
Okay.
But it is just the disruptor. Of course, everybody else is out of there. I guess, as you say, just desperate for any sort of action. They'll take what they can get. Saxa stepping up into this. Roger's setting up with the Invis Rune. He's going to be able to land the stun on the mid-one. Mid-one's walked straight into this. Have they got enough damage? They don't. Mid-one's able to time walk down to the low ground. V2 swooping across from the side. OG very grouped up right now, but there's no chrono. Light strike away onto Notetail. To Iceberg just committing onto mid-one with these big hits, forcing him to time walk away. V2 turns to Notetail, takes down the Ogre. Over towards Saxa they go. He's got one final leap to break himself away. The spear off the mark. Saxa will escape. And also Iceberg wasn't quite able to finish off mid-one, so OG will get out of there.
Navi's just bringing all the numbers every time. They're bringing the fight. They're like, OG, you want to bring the fight to us? We'll bring it right back. They know how strong they are. That BKB showing OG.
Oh, OG still
trying to punch back.
Yeah, Thompson. He's looking for opportunities to the side. The static storm instantly down. No field though, so they can step out of it straight away. V-Tune turning over towards Saxa, trapped in the arena. Saxa will fall. Iceberg charging in onto mid-one. Mid-one, he's got time walk up in a second. Is he going to be able to get it off? He's turning with a bastion, but the spear into the shards. Combo play there from Na'Vi. Shuts down mid-one. And now Na'Vi, they might even find Seb or Thompson here too. As Seb, he's got the snowball over towards the Ancients. Now we're breaking far enough away for them to leave.
He's trying to think about going back in if they overchased, but they do reset nicely on Na'Vi and get themselves some pretty big kills there. Nice spear play there on the Tusk Shards. And V-Tune, he's the big winner out of all. He got himself, what, 3 kills? And that was them, OG with the chrono leading, trying to get these type of kills. They just walk into the trap. Na'Vi, they're not hesitating to just bring the forces and bring the battle back. I love when I see teams just battle back. Especially when you're playing versus OG, you know the way they play. So you know if you just respond with these battles, you'll come out ahead if you are already ahead in the first place. Already up to 5k gold lead now, 5k experience lead too.
Thompson, I mean, they're prepared with the sentry wards. I don't think he quite stepped in range with that one there though. If he comes sweeping across though again, he's being very careful about how he plays around this area. Knows that they're likely to be set up.
He's just sitting on top of General. So Seb knows he can play kind of aggressively down here. As soon as he sees the move,
start poking. Straight with the snowball. He just instantly pops the BKB, charges in. Dust is out. Thompson able to jump out to the side before Iceberg's able to grab him with the Doom. So Thompson will escape. Seb might not be as lucky though, as the vision's still there with the dust upon him. Glimpsed immediately back into the static storm. They'll find Seb. Notetail and Thompson are still watching from the side here. A little bit of time remaining on the Moonlight Shadow.
He's walking down toward the area here. And they know there's no BKB on Iceberg. They see V-Tune isolated.
They're going to try and burst V-Tune. Are they able to do so? He's stepping out of the smoke screen. Doom still ready to pop. He'll turn towards mid-one. Mid-one jumping away. Iceberg can't quite get the Doom off onto Thompson. He's into the shadows once more. Always want to fly. Reclaiming sentry control around this point.
Decent moves from OG there. All things considered. They get General punished. General getting slowed down quite a bit there, going for his Yule Scepter. And they're forcing all these reactions bottom. Like Roger was top, he TP'd up there, and he had to run all the way bottom because of how aggressive OG is playing down here. Even though they're at such a deficit, they're still putting that pressure onto Na'Vi. But Navi's still farming. Iceberg and V-Tune still very big. Do we have any Force Staffs being built up on the side of Na'Vi? This is something I'm always looking at when you're playing versus the Ricky. They have
Not at the moment.
No, Lena's going to be going for one, but it's going to take some time. The smoke screen could be something that really punishes them if they're not prepared for it, because they're starting to get split up a little bit. I'm seeing that Mars General playing, just sitting behind people to protect them, and his farm is starting to suffer because of it.
Iceberg.
Bottom.
Trying to run towards Saxa. General.
He's
hunting for Notetail. Notetail's in it. Notetail. Caught by the opening from Roger. Into the spear he goes, and Notetail will fall. Thompson, he's heading out of it. And he'll make it away before Na'Vi searches any deeper.
And that will pretty much be the Yule's kind of done there for General. So they're lacking some slight initiation in some of these situations now. With that, they'll have not only that, but also the Blink Dagger on Iceberg. So 2 different forms of very nice initiation.
Yeah, I mean, we're seeing already the catch from Na'Vi has been very impressive. Now it's going to be even greater. I mean, just sort of always want to fly alone on the Disruptor. We have seen it before. We're seeing it again. Just It's very hard to run from them. You know, already in this game where there's so much fighting going on, each and every time that the way that OG disengages has to be done so smartly. Otherwise, Always Wanna Fly is just going to be able to set up for another kill for the side of Na'Vi.
Yeah. These two do have to be very aware of their positioning. Roger and Always Wanna Fly. Mid one.
They're going to blink in. He's able to blink over.
He got the chrono off.
Dodge the chrono. The chrono is still down, but the arena's in play as well as the spear. Mid one's caught in the midst of it all. He's trying to find Always Wanna Fly. Always Wanna Fly is going to be healed up by the Infest. V-Tune comes in with the save. They take out Mid one. They take out Seb too. There's OG, they're trying to run, but there's that grab we're talking about. The glimpse brings Notel back in. Na'Vi with some fantastic plays there. Quick moves from Iceberg means that he's not caught in the chrono. Having General around, he just drops the arena and the spear, and suddenly it becomes such an awkward place for OG to fight into. And on top of it all, V-Tune with these Infest heals. We've seen it before. One of the reasons why Lifestealer is rising in popularity, the amount of burst heal for potential save is insane.
It really is. And we've seen that so much this tournament too. I feel like more than any other one, how much people are actually using it. And yeah, a great read. Na'Vi, that was a perfect smoke for them to set up for that. That's why it all happens. The Doom actually comes out right after Mid one uses Mask of Madness too, so it actually dispels the Mask of Madness effect. So he actually has 0 damage in the entirety of it.
Yeah, very impressive stuff continues here from Na'Vi. 8k lead, they've got the Aegis. And just Iceberg and V-Tune, I mean, these two are just so farmed right now. And they're doing so much with it. It's neither of these are AFK players on AFK heroes. They are in the action. They've got exactly the right items for it, and they're yet to be punished. But V-Tune's 506, Iceberg is 409. OG have not been able to kill them at all so far this game.
Nope. And look at this immediately, Na'Vi. They're going to smoke again. They're going to look for another play that they can make. No Chronosphere available. They know how much. I mean, they're so much stronger even without their ults, but they have their Mars ult anyway now. And they're swooping in. They have vision of this here.
We go the setup. Yours to begin things. Static Storm down as well. Straight into the arena wall. Have they got the damage though? It doesn't look like it. Mid one's going to be fine. Tries to turn, but now Iceberg and V-Tune are turning up. They'll move over Roger, but Roger with the Ghost Scepter, he's able to live. Mid one is taking usage from V-Tune as V-Tune takes him out. Roger falling low. He will go down. The buyback comes out straight away from Always Wanna Fly as Na'Vi they want to chase him with that buyback from Always Wanna Fly. He's able to get him with a glimpse onto Seb. Seb counteracts him with the snowball over towards General. General pushes away Saxa. Jumping from V-Tune keeps him healed up, and V-Tune can beat down on Seb whilst he's speared to the cliff by General, and the chase is still on from Iceberg. He's running down Saxa. Saxa using the Glimmer Cape to try and get away. Scorched Earth as well, but Saxa with the jukes, he's into the trees, but the ward dropped down from Always Wanna Fly, allows him to glimpse back to Saxa into the Thunderstrike. Na'Vi kill off a fourth, with Always Wanna Fly's buyback securing them at least 2 of those kills that could have slipped away after it all.
Another phenomenal smoke by Na'Vi, just swooping through their jungle. They see one hero, they make the move, they get the catch, and OG, they have to kill, they expend like almost everything just to kill Roger. He actually almost ends up surviving during all of it too. And then we see another beautiful Infest, of course. These Infests really are making the difference, saving General again. But yeah, OG heavily on the back foot.
Some of these levels as well, now at this stage, V-Tune level 17 already.
Yeah.
You sort of compare that to the OG.
Look at mid.
I mean, mid one. He's just going to get Doom straight up. And Iceberg, he's just going to commit the PK. He run him down. He's glimpsed back into the Light Strike Array. I mean, Iceberg was just able to walk up and doom him. And with the arena and Static Storm, they might even get more from this. Saxy's trying to step away with the leaps. He will make it out of there. Notel turns with the Fire Blast onto Always Wanna Fly. Iceberg, he's still hunting for Saxa. In he goes with the blink. The dust is still on Saxa, so Iceberg can finish him off. Light Strike down onto Notel in the mid. The General Spear takes his life. 24-12. Na'Vi ferocious here in game 1. And it seems like OG, they're barely even awake.
Hey, look at Na'Vi. They see even one more person to accept. You're trying to hide. Nope. All right, you'll kill Always Wanna Fly, but Roger applauses that. It's worth it.
Yeah, phenomenal stuff here from Na'Vi so far, as OG certainly looking a bit lost in this game 1.
And Na'Vi came to play. From moment 0, when they got that first blood with 5 heroes, no messing around today, it seems, from Na'Vi. Some fantastic movement all game here. 25-13. Pretty much 0 mistakes I've really seen from Na'Vi. They're just leading the charges, they're reading all the moves.
Running at heroes. Thompson, he's shown in this lane. They're able to close in on him. He's going to try and jump out to the side. General's hunting. Thompson, oh, he's going to make it out. He's going to make it out there. Does manage to find a little corner that's off the mark of the spear, and Thompson will live to see another day.
And Midwin will be very happy with that space as he's finally able to get a chrono and a kill for himself. His first kill of the game on Void.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
And his game's not going to get any easier. You look
No,
at some of
it's
these
not.
items flying out. Iceberg, 100 gold, Shiva's guard's done. And it's just sort of then in any situation, if he's popping that off and with the team, Midwin alone is hardly going to be able to tickle some of these tankier heroes on Na'Vi and in a chrono.
Feels like it'll be the situation like that for most heroes. Like the three front line is just way too strong. General is the squishy one, and he's still got 22 armor and 1800 HP.
Oh. And there we have it. So the two big item pickups for Na'Vi. Shiva's guard on Iceberg, Desolator on Vincere.
Dire's top tower is under
Vincere already worth 1,000 gold on top of that. I mean, he's well on his way to investing in the Basher as soon as he picks up that Deso. Starting to pressure the tier 2 top. OG for now, just pretty much avoiding any action.
No way they can fight. No chrono.
Radiant's bottom tower
There's
is
unless
under
they just
attack.
catch somebody and then somehow try to outnumber. There's no way they can take Na'Vi in a head-on fight.
Dire's top tower is under
Just got to split a little as much as possible. They still need so much more time. Because like we say, yeah, 12, 13k gold lead for Na'Vi, but also, as you mentioned, 15,000 experience. They're so much stronger with their heroes.
Bottom. Took the tower. Iceberg, he's
just
actually going to TP in. He's in with the
He gets the
BKB and the
doom.
Shiva's guard. He knows that he can do this. Just jumping onto Midwin. And they'll look to try and chase down more here. Have they got any further detection on the front lines? They were able to get in with the glimpse on a Saxa. He's out towards the side, but he's still got leaps available. Into the trees. No tail's been found by Iceberg in general. They'll clean up a second. I mean, just these again, the plays just don't stop from Na'Vi. A lot of situations for teams, you know, they're losing a tier 2 to 3 heroes. They're just going to let it go. But Na'Vi say you can take the tower, but we are going to take your lives.
Yeah, Iceberg knows how free it really is for him in this game. 8-0-14. He's played it perfect. He's
Top
just
set.
always jumping in, no fear.
So, but getting on, always want to fly. Vincere turns over towards
back
Saxa,
line.
but Saxa, he's away with the glimmer. They look to Seb instead, though. Seb, he's headed in on this one. Laguna down. Iceberg jumps forward as they've managed to slam down Seb with the Infernal Blade. Seb will fall. And off the back of it, General also able to catch and kill Saxa. Jump forward on the mid. Clumsy net set up onto Midwin's spear. Into the tower. General with the catch. Midwin, he's still got the jump, though. So he'll be okay. Thompson also able to sweep round and snipe down Roger on the side. Midwin actually running in on this. He's got a chrono. Is he going to find a chance to drop it? Doesn't look like it. 2 members down on OG. Unlikely they'd have the damage anyway, so he'll let Na'Vi step away.
Na'Vi's got to be a little cautious right now. This is where they can hemorrhage some kills here that can be
Thompson.
pretty big.
else
Thompson's
can he
giving
find?
info.
He's still trying to hunt deeper, but the sentry's down. Thompson, he's into
Always
it
wanna
immediately.
fly.
Always want to fly. He's able to get the static storm off. Yule Scepter up onto Thompson, straight down into the spear. Instant reactions there from Always Want to Fly. Coming into the lane, dropping that sentry, because he knows exactly what we're seeing. He knows that Thompson's going to be hunting around for kills like this. And just immediate there with that setup to punish the Ricky play.
Yeah, this support play's been on point. Just Thompson always trying to punish, but they're in the mind of Thompson today. It really does feel like that. Na'Vi always seem to know where he is making an aggressive play. And immediately react, again, just always bringing the brawl, bringing the fight. They don't care if OG wants to bring it to them. They'll bring it back, even when they don't have the numbers.
Dire's bottom tower
OG heavily on the back foot here. What can they find as they're all under vision during all of this here, too. That ward from Na'Vi from earlier is just watching them all.
Just losing this tier 2 tower here, OG. Even though they have their ults, it's just so hard for them to fight. And onto the side, Iceberg, he's just in.
Dire's middle tower
Straight away onto Notel. Notel is going to be able to step out. The Moonlight Shadow used to help, and they'll turn onto Iceberg, but Iceberg's got the BKB. He's also got a Doom available.
Oh, mid one.
Maybe seeing if he can find one of the cores to drop it, but it wasn't the case. To get the Fire Blast onto General. They're trying to initiate in onto this, but quick with the Infest into General. General, he's turning. Arena's down. Doom is onto an illusion. The Chrono's there from Midwin. Has he got the damage? He doesn't know who to hit. He'll take the life of Always Want to Fly, but that's all he can do. Now Vincere just turns towards him. The clumsy net from General locks down Midwin. Midwin is gone. Now looking for more. Vincere steps over towards Seb. Seb able to get the snowball off down to the low ground. Looking towards Iceberg. The arrow flying in as well. They've stunned Iceberg, but they haven't got the damage to kill him. Iceberg's able to step away. Laguna around to Thompson. It's an ultra kill for Vincere. Iceberg still hunting for Saxa. Saxa, the last man left alive here on OG, as yet again, Na'Vi, they're just rolling them in these fights. OG have nothing.
We're just seeing the tankiness coming in, really. Iceberg, no deaths, even in that fight. He somehow survives. Yeah, just way too tanky at this point, OG, even if they commit everything. Even if they get a pretty good chrono, even if Doom misses, too much of a disparity at this point.
This is just insane play from Na'Vi. I mean, just their 3 cores. Yeah,
Yeah.
Vincere hasn't died. Iceberg hasn't died. General, he's the offlaner. You know, we can allow death there, and that's all he's had. He's just died the once. So out of all 3 of their cores, OG's only ever been able to kill one of them once in 29 minutes this game.
Precision play, really, by them. Yeah, I love when you look at that. The deaths, 16 deaths for the 2 supports.
Yeah, they've
Thompson
done it
just-
perfectly, Na'Vi. Just letting the supports do the dying.
Yeah, Thompson always goes for those squishy backliners as this tricky, and then he just dies. He can't commit onto the other ones.
We've pretty much got the. Is that in fact the completed? It is.
It is the complete abyssal. Oh my.
I mean, Vincere 19 minutes in.
Oh,
I mean,
Saksa.
oh, that's a kill. More money.
Oh, and no tail.
He TP'd in. Oh, he TP'd in on this one. Hey, he's going to be headed straight back in a casket.
Oh, and Seb too. Do they have the glimpse vision? They lost it for a second. Do they have the? They're trying to get the vision. There we go.
They do. They just don't stop. Na'Vi, kill after kill after kill after kill after kill after kill after kill.
CIS teams with their disruptor, man. It's coming back. This disruptor.
I mean, that is the thing. If you're looking at this squad right now in this game 1, and you're drafting against them, I mean, which hero are you sort of pointing out saying this has to go? They are too good with this. We're not letting them get it. The Doom.
Doom. I still think. Yeah,
Doom
I
is
think
just,
the Doom is just too much.
Yeah.
They pick it like every game. I was.
They do.
looking through
I say it's their Iceberg's best hero, and the way they play around it is it's just something that they're so good at. And in a way that I don't think if you're another team you could just sort of emulate this, pick the mid Doom and do anything close to what Na'Vi's being able to pull off. This is clearly the thing they've practiced the most, it feels like. A little bit of illusion bait here from Thompson. Will it work though? They're still onto him. Are they going to need detection?
Whoop. Uh-oh. Oh.
They have. The
He's
glimpse is
trying.
there. They've caught him.
Oh.
Oh. A little bit of an awkward spear, but Thompson's still dead. Na'Vi doesn't care. And now they'll go for Roche. 25k lead. I mean, yeah, just incredible numbers being hit here. 30 minutes in, this sort of a lead, like this is just insane.
Oh, the arrow. They don't have follow-up though. Thompson's still dead. Midway's gonna try with the DD. He's gonna try.
Has got a DD. Can he kill Vincere? He's trying. He's trying, bless him. He really is. But he's doomed. He hasn't got any damage, even with he doesn't need a double damage. He needs a quadrillion damage to do anything against this lineup right now, as they're too far behind OG. Seb, he's Thunderstrike. They're running him down. Na'Vi just continuing to clean up. 26k up. It's just not. It doesn't look like it's ever going to get any better here for OG in game 1. As Na'Vi just having all the fun right now.
This one is very well and truly over. OG though, in typical fashion, will continue trying it out. Trying to fight versus this, but Na'Vi executing to perfection. Love to see it. 43 to 18. 43 kills in 31 minutes too. Like that's when you know the team, they're bringing the fight back, because OG will never stop fighting. Na'Vi just brought the fight every time. It's 61 kills at 32 minutes. Very nice. Very nice.
No, this is definitely out of all the games we've seen so far at ESL 1 Germany, I think one of the most impressive in regards to just individual KDAs.
Yeah.
Of course, across the board, and at this early point of the game as well.
And I bring up just the drafting in general, right? Like versus Na'Vi. The last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 games, 8 games, Doom was banned versus them. And then they got 2 Dooms in a row before that. Doom just always gets taken out versus this team because of Iceberg. It's
They
Thompson.
can catch Thompson here.
They really want him.
Hunt's in.
The jam, it sees him.
He's trying his best to juke him, but they've found him. You just can't hide from this Na'Vi squad. If they want to kill you, they will. They will. There's no negotiating happening here.
Look at them sweeping. Sweeping the
Just as a
triangle.
stop. Over they go. General. Found another. Onto Seb. Seb is relatively tanky. They will drop the Static Storm to kill him off. And Seb trying to work his way out of this, but Laguna Blade ensures that he does not. Iceberg also able to find more here as he kills off Saksa. 46 to 18.
Yeah, why not? He can just throw the Doom out onto anybody with, you know, Quickening Charm and an Octarine. He's only got a 90-second cooldown.
Dire's structures are fortified.
It's OG. I mean, they'll have everybody back up in 30 seconds. And Na'Vi, they're going to be able to get a lot done within that time slot here. Tier 3 down. Buyback will come out from Seb. Can they catch anyone? Instant glimpse onto Seb. Takes him straight back to the fountain. That's the TP in. Smoke screen from Thompson in an attempt to slow things down, but Vincere, he's not going anywhere. He's got the Aegis, he's happy to stick around for this. Seb will move in with the punch, but now the arena's out. Seb being pinned to the walls of his barracks by General Spear. As there's a dieback from here. Chrono's out, but he's locked out of his own
trapped.
Chrono! Oh no, the
way.
arena stops him! Well, what did
trapped
stop him? Oh, he was trapped in a creep! Oh, that's even worse. He was trapped in the creeps, and there it is. GG is called as Na'Vi. We've seen some strong showings from them so far, but this one, without a doubt, the strongest.
Say goodbye.